Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, a cottage witch, and this is my week in books, tarot, and art. So the books I read this week were, this was recommended by Meg, Rose Honey Ritual. Apparently she's got like adult books as well, the summer book, and I think the winter book, which I may have to read because they sound really good, but this is also just super cute moonlight adventure. So yeah, adorable on the picture book's front. And then I got this book. I haven't reread it, but I got it for the illustrations because they are adorable. Look at that. Also, I want to live in Badger's house. It's, where is it? This picture. I want to live here in a hole in the ground. That sounds lovely. Yeah. That's that one. So I was just looking at that, and then I was looking through this, and I sort of looked through it and then read things as things caught my eye. This is Lubaina Hamid. I don't actually like all of her work, like some of it's just not for me, but I really like her collage portraits of people. They're so interesting. And then who else? Oh yeah, this one was called, was this the one that was called Obscene? Probably. Oh yeah, Scotland Yard investigated whether it was pornographic. For God's sake. I mean, men have been drawing naked women for hundreds of years, and this they think is... Guys, get it together. This was also pretty interesting, where she photographed her own body as it changed. So I might have to look into her work some more. Who else was... I mean, there are a lot of interesting women in here. I'm just pointing out a few of my, a few of my favorites. This is Mona Hatoum. So she's Palestinian and couldn't go back to Lebanon because of the war, because, good Lord. Anyway, yeah, this is of her mom. There's the little write-up if you want to read it. It's so interesting to me. And men will get mad at just everything so easily, can I just say. Which is kind of also why I was interested in this woman's portraits. And then what was the, oh yeah, this one, Shirin Nezhat. I think I've heard of her before. With the Farsi scrolling across her face. That just, I don't know. There's just so much interesting work in here, but it's so little. Like the history, I've got a history of art book out from the library, and it's like, I don't know how many pages, but it's gigantic. It's one of these oversized books. It's huge. And then this is a little history, a feminist history of art. Like, this is what we got here. So it's simultaneously inspiring, some of these women's work, and annoying, because come on, guys. The tarot I pulled up this week was the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, because it has a badger in it, this badger, and that's the Animals Month for Tegan at Animals Arcana. She does a Patreon animal gnosis thing, which I won't really get into because it's behind her Patreon, but I think this is the only deck I have with a badger. And I didn't originally realize there was a badger in here. I missed it on the first flip through, but I thought, it looks like he'd be at home here. It's just so cozy and fall, and I love it. Adam Oler's artwork is always so beautiful. I could live here, wherever this is. Somewhere in the English forests of old, before they all got cut down. This, yeah, definitely could live here. The other thing I had out was the Interior Landscapes. Fun with tote boxes again. This one, and this is a little bit more wintry than fall, but I've still been enjoying it because I'm in a landscape sort of a mood at the moment. Like, I just want to be immersed in another place with these decks. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense, but who knows. Anyway, You may look at this and go, why on earth would you want to be immersed here? But this is very Saskatchewan in the winter to me. It's very much the prairies in the winter. That looks so cool. Yeah, I love her work. And then occasionally it has these like block shapes that stop the flow, which is just, I don't know. It's weird, but fascinating. Yep, that's this one. So that's been about it for tarot. I haven't done a lot with tarot this week because energy and work honestly has been driving me up the wall. I'm doing the job of like 3 people at this point, and it's going about as well as you might imagine. When you're doing the work of 3 people, it's not super fun and it's really stressful and exhausting. So then I come home and then I make a mess with oil pastels is basically what I do. So one of the things I've been doing this week, if I can find my spot, is, oh yeah, use this as a bookmark. Did I show this last week? These are all different seeds that have, or flowers that have gone to seeds. Just kind of getting the movement of the seed heads of different thistles and burdock and dandelions and yellow clematis. And then on the back I was just playing with some ink and some what's this called? It's either high flow acrylic or acrylic ink. I can't remember the white one. And at first I didn't like it when I scraped it away when it was wet, but the way it dried is actually I'm kind of into it. So I may have to play with that a bit. This was I just want to see what it looks like on something. Scrap of paper. Whoops. So that's that. Art. So I've been watching a lot of art oh, I forgot a book. It's an art book, but it's a good book. It's called Art Monsters, Unruly Bodies in Feminist Art. And it is, and I listened to it as an audiobook. And it's also simultaneously frustrating and inspiring because, God, men are jerks. I mean, sometimes women can be jerks too, don't get me wrong, but good Lord. It's frustrating, but also the way women have started to portray their own bodies in art is really quite interesting. Anyway, this is for an art prof, what is it called? Art Dare. It's called an Art Dare. They do one Art Dare a month on YouTube. I'll link the September one down below, or the video about the September announcement, which is to crush or smash something and then make something out of the remains. So basically, I'll insert a photo because I don't want to bring the sheet. I put it on a sheet of paper, all the crushed seed pods, but I crushed a bunch of seed heads from my balcony garden. And so this is the marigold. That is the marigold whole, the marigold crushed, and then the seed pod with the seeds spilling out of it. So that's that. And then I grew purple peas on my balcony. Like, the pods are actually purple, which is hilarious. These are calendula that are dried, and then a couple of the seeds are hanging on by a thread. Most of them I broke apart, so they were just lying on the ground. And then I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? Oats, I think. And this, I put, because this gets so mushy, I put fixative on it, and now it's made the coils just really exciting. So that's that. And then I did this. So the art prof they've got, like, where did I leave off last time? Somewhere around here. All sorts of videos. So they've got self-taught curriculum videos, they've got tutorials, they've got demos of different things. So this isn't one of their demos, but I did this. She was in one of the videos, she was talking about all the different colors that you can see in a face. So I just looked at a mirror and noted down kind of all the colors, which was fun. I mean, it does look a little bit ridiculous. Also, because these aren't, like, there are a couple areas that are, like, obnoxiously not blended compared to everything else. It looks weird. I mean, also the color, but the colors were fun. That was a fun experiment. And then I broke out the Conte crayons and made a really boxy, angular version of myself, which was weird. I did this in like 20 minutes, but I didn't leave enough. I got too carried away and didn't leave enough white, and then tried to use the white crayon, and no. Okay, so one of the types of videos that they have on ArtProf are these timed. They got a bunch of timed things from like 1 minute to 20-minute portraits, and you can sort of do it with them, and they put the reference photos on the screen. These are from Muybridge's book of, do you remember seeing those videos, like a series of progression of movement? It was a video, but then it was stills from the video, and it was, I think it was the first time that had ever been done in photography. And he's got this whole book of hundreds of shots of people just in motion, like a guy climbing up the stairs and that sort of thing. Anyway, these are from that book, and some of them are better than others, but they're all 1 minute sketches. And then these are hilarious. Like, that's just funny. These are all 3 minute sketches. This is also pathetic. Don't look at that. I hate that face. Oh my God. This one I actually really like doing fabric, is what I've discovered. Faces I'm not so good at. Fabric, kind of fun. These are 8 minute sketches on the same, not the same video, but they've got like, I don't know how many hundreds of videos they've got at this point, but they've been doing this for many years. So this is, I think, a famous actor who I apologize to profusely because I got a little, yeah. And then this is another sketch that went a bit funny. She also had curlers in her hair, and it just, like, her face is fantastic in my sketches, so funny. But I've never really done portraits before, so I don't know what I'm doing. So this is just, oh, and charcoal's gonna get everywhere here on this one. So these are 11 minutes, and I used compressed charcoal for the first time, and like, since I went to my undergrad, did a class once, almost 20 years ago. So if they look ridiculous, I mean, I do kind of like some of the textures, but I messed up her ear anyway. She was a very foreshortened face, which I'm objectively bad at the moment. And then I didn't get her eyelids at all right, and had to like move the eyebrows up from where I put them. And so it was a bit funny, but she made a comment on one of her videos that I was watching just today, where she was working on a landscape and talked about charcoal being a really fast medium, like things suddenly happen with it because it moves faster than your brain is moving. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get that, because that's kind of what happened here with some of them. Like, it just, suddenly there's more dark than I intended. So that's fun. Finally putting this sketchbook to good use, because I've had this sketchbook since like 2004 and just never did anything with it. So now I'm doing something with it. And then the last thing I was working on this week is some landscapes on a bigger paper. Trying to abstract the landscape. I'm part of Orla Stevens' Patreon, and I'll link her YouTube channel as well down below. I love it so much. And I love the way she works. It's just so much fun to try some of the things that she suggests doing. So this is just playing with textures, really, with an acrylic background, and then oil pastels, and I think pencil crayons or something. Oh yeah, and ink. And did I write down everything? Yeah, India ink collage. I forgot to put I think that's a pencil crayon. Anyway, this is the other one. I tried of the same reference photo, just with different sort of shades of blue, and it got a really different effect, which was fun. And these are nothing yet. These are just the backgrounds that they've just dried today. I've just done these this morning for a different photo, which is actually, this is my reference photo. This is Place Near Me, and it just is this magical, like, you feel like you're going into another world walking through there to the river. It's super fun, and I love it. Anyway, that's my week. It was stressful, and then I came home and made a mess with oil pastels. Is basically how that went, and I'm going to do the same thing immediately after this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.